Hello and welcome to the 50th annual Jack Tosh Classic. I'm Zach Solkaitis, along with me is Jason Colino. Today, facing off is going to be Glenbard North Panthers versus the Glenbrook South Titans. For the Panthers, we have Lamari Carpenter, Udaro Rendento, Jack Shager, Mahari Thatch, and Matt Welsh. Then for Glenbrook, we got Xander Corvitaris, Hudson Fuller, Jacob Fuller, Hunter TLL, and Anestis Hajistamulu.
The game has started with the GBW winning the tip.
GBW taking the ball up. We got Carpenter. Carpenter hangs it over to Shager. Shager trying to drive. He puts up a floater, and that one goes in. Nice floater there from Shager.
First points of the game belong to Glenbard North.
Anestis bringing the ball up. Lands in Fuller's hands. Hands it to the other Fuller. Seem to be brothers, I'm assuming.
Jacob and Hudson.
Anestis passing off to the corner. Fuller to Fuller. Fuller takes the shot. That three is no good. Clanks off the front of the rim. GBN pushing the ball up court. Driving. Looking for the open three. Trying to find something in the lane, but Carpenter decides to shoot the three. That goes off the back of the glass.
Little contact there. Could have called a foul.
It lands out of bounds. It's going to be GBN ball.
The Panthers.
Welch hands it over to Shager. Fash over to Shager. Back to Welch. Shager looking to drive, can't find anything open, so he decides to swing to the corner. Back to the top, Thatch. Thatch looked for the open three, nobody on him, and that hits off the front of the rim. Pushing it up the court is Anestis. Anestis decides to get it off the DLL. Anestis goes for the three, dribbles back, decides to pass to Fuller. Anestis looking for an open opportunity, decides to make one himself, and he hands it back out to the corner. Shots up, and that one's no good.
Little too strong there on the shot.
Driving up the court, 1-on-2, decides to take it up with it, and that's a nice bucket from Rendento. Anestis handing it off. Trying to go up with Anestis. Fuller decides to take the three instead, and that's an air ball. That hits off his teammate's head. Pushing up the court. Transition offense. Decides to take the shot, and that one's drained.
7-0 lead for the Panthers.
Nice shot there from Carpenter as Anestis is taking it up the court once again. Anestis waiting for the screen. Doesn't get it. Fuller sets the screen for Fuller. Nowhere to go. Decides to pass it. Anestis looking for somebody. Can't find anybody. Decides to drive back out to Fuller. Fuller takes a shot from the corner, and that one's good.
Very contested three there.
Carpenter taking the ball up. Looking to start something on offense. A little slow start for them. And that one's wide open for Rendento.
GBN up 9-3 early. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first.
Anestis. Fuller off to Thiel. Fuller looking for Thiel in the paint. Thiel. Back out to Fuller. Fuller looking for the shot. Can't get it off in time, and he gets stripped by Rendento. Thatch decides to take it up. Carpenter now. Looking for a play on offense. Goes into motion. Pass it back out to the corner. And the corner three is no good from Welch.
And it's be a foul. Gonna be GBS ball. Glenbrook South ball.
Thatch. Fuller gonna be passing in the Anestis. Out to Habibovic.
A long through there.
That That one hits
Be a
off the
foul on GBN, so it's going to stay here for Glenbrook South.
Habibovic now entering the game for GBS. Anestis trying to go up with it. 2 men on him. A little too hard off the glass in that one. Now GBN pushing it up the court. Carpenter trying to find the open shot, and he's going to get called for the travel. Yeah, that's a clear travel there by Anestis. By Carpenter.
Glenbrook South has to make something here. They're down 6 early. They got 3 points on the board. They got to start generating some offense here.
Anestis off the Habibovic off the Fuller. Back to Anestis. Looking for the other Fuller. Decides to take it himself. That's a nice take, but just doesn't go in. Now Renento taking it all the way himself. Decides to take it back out. Get it back to the top of the key. Reset the play. It's Carpenter. He's looking to set up the offense here. Now in the game also is Taylor. Carpenter handing over to Taylor in the corner. Decides to go back to Thatch. Thatch trying to make something happen. Renento, that one rolls in and out. Nottage. With Anestis with a nice one right there.
Nice underhand layup there. Cutting Glenbrook North's, Glenbard North's lead into 4.
Taylor hands it off to Shager. Shager over to Thatch. Thatch with the mid-ranger. That one's no good. Rebounded by Fuller. Anestis taking it up the floor. Decides to slow things down. Looking for the screen.
They're regrouping here.
Hands it over to his teammate. That one gets deflected and stolen by Carpenter. Nothing really Habibovic could have done there. Carpenter now. Hands it over to Renento. Back over to Shager. Renento hands off to Taylor. Taylor looking for the shot. Can't get it off in time. Carpenter back with it. Back to Taylor. Taylor trying to get it around his defender. Just a little too tall for him.
Glenbard North's moving very slow here.
Taylor gets kind of trapped there. Shager decides to rush
and
full force, and it gets stolen. Back up the court. Nottage passes it up to Fuller. And that's a nice bucket there by Habibovic.
Habibovic.
Carpenter. Renento. Back to Carpenter. Carpenter being a big role player for the team. Kind of floats that one up there. Gets his own rebound. Puts that back up. Nice fadeaway. Doesn't get that to fall. Pushing up the court.
Go fast.
Vestas over to Habibovic. Habibovic with a nice left-hand layup.
With the layup.
And they're going to be calling a timeout as it is now 9-9 with 1 minute remaining in the first period. We'll be taking a short break for this timeout. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. We're back from our break. 9-9, a minute left. This is GBS versus GBN.
GBS went on a little 6-0 run there after going down 9-3.
Now we have Thatch taking it up the court. Hands it over to Shager. Shager back. Nothing open. Hands it back to Shager. Shager looking for his teammate again, Thatch. Thatch over to Taylor. Taylor back to Thatch. Nothing open. Can't find anybody. Gets stolen. Bringing it up the court is Nottage. Nottage passes it up. No one there to stop him, and he loses the ball.
Through the hands. Valus Jones.
Grabs the ball back. Havisa Malou. Havisa Malou looking to drive. Dishes it back out to Nottage. Nottage decides to go with it. Pass it back out to the corner. Gurin on the ground, and the ball gets stripped away. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to stay. GBF, it's ball. Gurin inbounding the ball now. Hands it over to Hajista Malou. Hajista Malou taking the ball up. Hands it over back to Gurin. Gurin looking to drive. Back out. And the shot clock goes off. Well, it's in Habibovic's hands.
Habibovic is a little smarter there. Gotta know the shot clock.
Yeah, his teammate's got to help him out there. Maybe call it out with just 5 seconds left. They're deciding to roll the ball. Thatch, 4-3, looking to take the shot. 1 second left. He puts it up. And that's in for the buzzer beater for Thatch.
He definitely got it off in time. No question there.
Great shot there from Thatch to take the lead heading into the second period. Great first period from both teams. Very close, only a 2-point game. And we're going to be taking a short break here. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Welcome back to the 50th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic here with York Sports Network. Glenbard North Panthers versus Glenbrook South Titans. Inbounding the ball now is going to be Glenbrook South Titans. Fuller hands it over to Hajista Malou. Hajista Malou hands it over to Nottage. Back and forth, Fuller. Hajista Malou, Nottage back and forth.
Hajista Malou gets the ball back.
Hajista Malou trying to get past the defenders, trying to make something happen on offense. Just getting stopped by a brick wall. This defense is very locked down right now while they're still in this game. Hajista Malou tries to drive out back. Dishes it back out. Fuller now decides to take the three. That one's off the edge of the rim. No good from Thiel. Carpenter pushing up the court now. Hands over to Thatch. Shager. Renendo. And he throws it away. Hajista Malou with an easy layup, and it's almost blocked by Renento as he slams the back of the glass.
Hajista Malou read Renento there just like a book. He knew he was going to pass it, and Hajista Malou just jumped right in front of him.
Thatch looking for the open play. Hands it off to Renento. Down to the paint, and he throws it away again.
Hajista Malou
with the steal. Hajista Malou looking to take it all the way. He decides to take it himself. Looks at it back, gives it to his teammate, and he gets fouled. Wow. Great play by Hajista Malou and Thiel there. Tie game. Not too high scoring. Great defense from both sides. Both are producing well on offense cleanup. What does these teams need to do differently to score more or end up winning the game?
For GBN, it's limit the turnovers. These past two possessions, Renento has given the ball to Hajista Malou. And for Glenbrook South, it's just like converting off the turnovers like how they have been doing. With the free throw made there off the steal. And then the Ajisamalu layup off the steal as well, the fast break.
Couldn't agree more, Colino. Now Thatch taking the ball up, hands it over to Renento. Renento back up to Welch. Welch, Carpenter, looking for something in the lane, hands it over, dishes it in. Steals it from his own teammate, and he drains it. Looked like it was going to Welch, but Shaker just took that and drained it. Ajisamalu passing it over to Ivovic. Ivovic back to Fuller. Fuller looking to drive. Wants to take it in. Decides to pass it back out to Ajisamalu. Ajisamalu with the three. That hits off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Renento. Renento taking it up. Hands it back over to Carpenter. Carpenter to Shaker. Shaker looks to drive. Can't find anything open. Over back to Renento at top of the key. Renento looking to drive past the defender. Trying to do a nice move. And he's going to get called for the travel.
Wow. That's his third turnover so far this game for Renento.
The Titans seem to be heckling him there. Fuller is going to be passing to Ajisamalu. Ajisamalu doing a great job so far.
Renento and Thatch subbed out for GBN.
Ajisamalu doing a great job so far on the defensive end. It's now Thiel has the ball, hands it over to Ajisamalu. Ajisamalu looks to drive. Wants to go up with it. Nice fadeaway, and that's great footwork there by Ajisamalu.
Ajisamalu's got 4.
Carpenter taking it up the court.
Never mind. Ajisamalu's got 6.
Alexander in the game now.
Ajisamalu with the steal.
Ajisamalu taking it down
Third of the game.
once again. Passes to his teammate. That's a great play by Ajisamalu over to Habibovic. Dynamic duo right there, Ajisamalu and Habibovic. They've been doing great on transition offense so far this game. One of the biggest factors of them scoring so well so far.
Ajisamalu has been the biggest X factor this game.
You got Alexander.
The 3 steals, 6 points. And the assist right there.
Welch looks to shoot the 3. That one does not go in. Ajisamalu taking the ball off the court. Looking for the open man, hands it over to Fuller. Fuller decides to drive. He takes it all the way, and that one's no good as it rolls out. But it's going to stay on GBS's side. Sub as Taylor is going to be coming in for Howard. Looking the inbound here as Rogers is now in the game. For GBS, handed over to the corner. Habibovic does not get the shot off. Nice pass to Thiel as Thiel drains that. Now 19-14. And GBN is going to be calling a timeout. And we're going to be taking a short break with that timeout. You're watching the 50th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic on New York Sports Network. We are back from the short break, the 50th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. Glenbard North Panthers with Glenbrook South Titans. It's going to be GBN's ball. Inbound is going to be Shager to Carpenter. Hands it over to the Carpenter. Playing tightly on defense is Fuller. Trying to full court press, put on some pressure to get the ball back and score. Carpenter looking to dribble back. Picks up his dribble, doesn't know what to do. Wanted to take that, a little bit too far out. Hands it over to the paint. No good there.
Missed.
From Welch. And that's thrown out. Wow, what a great save from Ajisamalu.
Malu with a big save there.
Ajisamalu, that's a great play right there. You want to see that aggression on offense and defensively from any player. Ajisamalu looking to drive now after that amazing play. Ball handling got away from him a little bit there. Now Fuller hands it over to Thiel. Thiel back to Jisamalou. Jisamalou really taking his offensive capability to the fullest. Right there, it's stolen on a breakaway. Shager over to Carpenter. Carpenter looking for the shot. Takes a long three. That one dishes out. Taking it back up the court. Habibovic looks to take it off the back of the glass. A little bit too soft there. Gets the offensive board to Thiel. Thiel off to Hajisamalou. Hajisamalou no good on the shot. That drifts back out to Thiel. Thiel look over to Hajisamalou. Hajisamalou takes another three. Hajisamalou falls over, does not make the shot. Now taking it up the court is Shager. Shager decides to take the shot. That shot is good right there from Welch. Great pass from Shager.
GBN, as of now, they've been effective since the timeout that they just called.
19-17 now. Hajisamalou taking the ball up the court. He's getting double teamed. No one there to help him. Fuller gets the ball. Fuller out to Thiel. Thiel. Rogers. That shot is no good. And it's going to be a foul on GBS. And it's going to be GBN's ball. Looks like there's going to be a couple substitutions here. Shager is going to leave the game. Coming in for him is Thatch, as well as Taylor is going to be entering the game, and exiting the game is the Alexander. Bringing the ball up now is Taylor. Taylor, a good role player so far this game. Carpenter kind of gets the ball that's knocked out of his hands by Hajisamalou there. Inbounding now is going to be Thatch. Thatch hands it over to Taylor. Taylor back to Thatch. Looking for the man open in the paint. Nobody there. Thatch trying to drive. Fuller right in front of him. Tries to get into Renento. Renento not open. Dishes it back out to Welch. Decides to try and shoot it. Back out to Welch. Welch trying to go up with it. Passes back out to the corner. Carpenter for the three, and that drains it.
Contested three there as now GBN has taken the lead since the timeout. 6-0 run.
Coach must have said something good there.
Yeah.
And Hajisamalou hands it over to Nottage. Nottage back to Fuller. The Fullers, dynamic duo right here, trying to make something happen on the offensive side. Hajisamalou looking to drive per usual. He's been very dominant in the paint, but can't get something going here. Out to Thiel. Thiel pass it back out to Fuller. Shot clock is running down. Hajisamalou is going to have to take the shot. He's going to chuck it up. Gives it to Fuller to chuck it up. No good. Carpenter gets the board. Carpenter taking it down full force, trying to get something going really quickly. Decides to drive with his speed, and he takes it up. That's no good. Rebounded by Rendento. And it's going to be stripped away. Taken by Nottage. Nottage back down the court to Fuller. Fuller with a nice move and the left-hand layup. Finish. Now take the ball up to course Taylor. Taylor hands it over to Thatch. Thatch hands it off to Carpenter. Carpenter looking up to Welch. Instead, Renento's going to look for the three. Doesn't fall. That's going to be a travel as it appears.
Great effort there from Nottage.
Yeah, Gurin appears to just have slipped and fallen. Nothing you can do there. Unfortunate. Passing the ball in. Trying to go up with it, and he is absolutely stopped by Fuller. Go for the long three. No good again. Welch. There's going to be a foul called on
Foul on
Welch.
The floor, it looks like.
Fuller got hit a little bit too much arm on that one. Inbound the ball now is going to be Shager. Shager hands it over to Welch. Welch back to Shager. Carpenter, top of the key, hands it over to Shager. Shager with the three, and it's another three for Shager.
Nothing but net there.
That's 8 for Shager on the night, and that is his second three. 20 seconds left, no more shot clock. Hajisamalou looks to be wants to take the last shot, trying to make something happen. Hands it over to his teammate Nottage. Nottage looking to give it back to Hajisamalou. 7 seconds left. Crowd counting down. Jason Malou looks to take it in. Pass it back out to Fuller. Fuller with the three. Fuller
Great
drains
shot
the
by
three.
Fuller.
Leading it into halftime. Fuller
Gee,
drains
yeah.
the three, taking the lead.
Taking the lead before half. That is big for momentum.
That's a perfect way to end it. Up 24-23 heading into the second half.
And we got ourselves a game down here in the South Gym.
And now I want to thank some of our sponsors real quickly. Elmhurst Photo Boutique, Elmhurst Eagles Football, DJ Daniel, and Elmhurst Airborne Basketball.
And it looks like we have a sponsor from Dansby Swanson.
And that'll be all of our sponsors for now. We'll be right back after halftime with the 50th annual Jack Tosh Classic, GBS versus GBN. Welcome back to the 50th annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. I'm Zach Sulkitis alongside me, Jason Clino. We got Glenbard North Panthers versus Glenbrook South Titans. Titans right now bringing up the court. Welch with the ball, looking for Shager. Shager over the Thatch. Thatch looking for something. Can't find anything in the paint. Hands it back out to the Carpenter. Carpenter, Renento. Renento looking to drive. Hands it back out to Welch. Welch back out. No good. Hits off the front of the rim. That's got the board by Thiel there. Right at the court is Hajisa Malou. Hajisa Malou passes it back out. The Corvaris. Corvaris with the ball. Passes it back out to Fuller. Fuller over to Thiel. Thiel over to Hajisa Malou. Hajisa Malou looking to drive, trying to find open man. Nothing's happening. The offense not going the way he wants it to.
3 seconds on the shot
back
clock.
out the floor. 3 seconds left. The Noda got to take a shot. Hajisa Malou does not get the shot off in time, but airballs it anyways. Dishing it in now with Shager. Shager and Thatch. Shager dishes it at the Welch. Welch off the Thatch. Thatch back to Welch. Looking for something to happen in the lane. Not seeing anything. Dishes it into it. Can't get anything going. Hits back at the Carpenter. Carpenter airballs that by a mile. Luckily gets the offensive rebound.
Oh, no.
The referee is going to call a timeout. Something is wrong with the shot clock once again.
The Glenbrook South coach is not happy at his team for not boxing out there.
Makes sense. Boxing out's an important part of basketball, especially when you're shorter than the other team. If they reach over you and you're boxing out, usually it's an over-the-back call.
It is.
TJ Sulkitis knows a lot about over-the-back calls. Of those who know TJ Sulkitis.
I am one who does not know.
Okay, back to the game. Thatch inbounds it to Welch. Welch dishes it back out to Shager. Shager back to Welch. Welch with the three. Dishes out. Carpenter goes up with it, and he gets the foul call. That's a tough take right there from Carpenter.
Carpenter going to the line after airballing that three at the top of the key.
Carpenter taking his first shot. First one is in and out, no good. Second one dishes out again, no good. Somebody went early. Don't know who, and he's gonna, looks like to be a GBS went too early. They're gonna get, GBN's gonna get another ball.
And he missed it again.
Olivia. GBS. Hajisa Malou pass it off to Fuller. Fuller now looking to drive. Can it go and pass all those defenders? And he gets absolutely stuffed, but they're going to call the foul.
I don't know. Looked like it was all ball there.
Have to agree on that one, Colino. That's the way the cookie crumbles. As Fuller is going to get the shot. Fuller takes the first one. First one is good. Takes the lead up to 2 for GBS. Second shot is also good. Leading by 3 with 6 minutes remaining exactly in the third period. Bringing up the ball with Thatch. Thatch dishes it back out to Shager. Shager into the paint. Did the Welch. Welch is absolutely stuffed.
Fuller says no.
Absolutely stuffed by Fuller. You don't see blocks like that from people of that size that often. Hajisa Malou taking the ball up the court now. Thiel over to Hajisa Malou. Hajisa Malou looking for Fuller. Fuller takes a quick catch and shoot. That one rims out. Bringing it up the court is Thatch. Or Shager. Shager takes it all the way coast to coast, and he gets blocked. It's going to stay GBN's
Blocked
ball.
by the other Fuller this time.
Back-to-back blocks from each of the Fullers. Now taking the ball, Shager. Shager looking to drive right away again, and he gets it to go.
Puts it in.
1 point differential now as Ajisa Malou is taking the ball up for the Titans. Titans looking to extend their lead here. Tight defense there from Carpenter.
GBN played
kicks it.
aggressive.
Renento, Ajisa Malou throws it off the foot of Renento. So he's going to keep the ball.
Glenbard North is starting to game plan a bit with Ajisa Malou. They're playing them more aggressive.
Inbound the ball now is going to be Fuller. Gives it over to Ajisa Malou.
Ajisa Malou has now scored since GBN's first time out.
Fuller just deflected. It's going to stay their ball. Looks like Fuller is going to inbound the Ajisa Malou once again. 5 minutes remaining. Ajisa Malou trying to dribble past the defenders. Decides to pass it again. And it's kicked. Kicked once again.
By Carpenter.
3 plays in a row. Hit it out of bounds or kicked. He's going to pat Fuller back to Ajisa Malou once again.
And he's going to get double teamed.
Ajisa Malou hands it over to Nottage. Nottage can't find a run, so he gives it back to Fuller. Working up top, trying to work their way into the paint, maybe. 7 seconds left. Fuller dishes it back out to Nottage. Nottage over to Ajisa Malou. Ajisa Malou on his head.
From the corner.
Ajisa Malou over Hiso's head.
Contested 3 for Ajisa Malou, and it buries it.
Great
First
play.
3 of the game.
Great play from Ajisa Malou.
For Ajisa Malou.
Now taking the ball up is Taylor. Taylor hands it over to Rendento. Rendento back to Shager. Shager over to Welch. Welch to Carpenter. Carpenter decides to take it himself. That one goes up off the backboard. Ajisa Malou taking it now. Looking to speed things up, trying to take it coast to coast. Dishes it back out to the corner. He's not open for the shot. Decides to dish it back out. All the way over there. No good. Taking up the court now, Shager. Shager dish it to the corner. And that's going to be called a travel on Rendento.
Rendento turns it over again.
Coach visibly mad on that. Squatting down on the floor.
Yeah, with rubbing his head.
Ajisa Malou taking the ball up once again. Hands it over to Fuller. Back to Fuller. Decides to give it to Nottage. Nottage getting full court pressed. Fuller takes it. That one clanks off the front of the rim. Going full force to Shager. Shager off to Welch. Welch decides to take the quick 3. That one's no good. Ajisa Malou gets the board.
Ajisa Malou always.
Teammate almost run into them. Passes it down court. And he has the open bucket. Fuller for the 2.
Oh.
Extending their lead to 6. Carpenter now with the ball. Hands over to Welch. Welch over to Taylor. Taylor trying to get something happening for their team. Doesn't seem to be running the offense as well as they're hoping for. Doesn't get the shot off there. Shager. Carpenter. Carpenter looks to the paint.
Foul.
Welch makes a shot, but the foul is called on the floor.
Worked out for Glenbrook South there as GBN looked like they were going to capitalize on that play.
Definitely, Kalina. Definitely. Now Shager tosses it over Corverteris. Taylor puts it up, and that's a bucket. And one!
Didn't look like much contact there, but ref calls the foul. Chance for a 3-point play, which is big. After they're down 6, now they're down 4. If he makes a free throw here, it's a 1-possession game.
De Alexander and Rendento lining up for GBN. The first shot for Taylor is good.
He nails it.
The 3-point play is successful. Down 3 now. 2:40 left in the third period. Ajisa Malou taking the ball up the court. Hands it over to Bibovic. Bibovic tries to find in the paint. Ajisa Malou dishes it back out to Fuller. Fuller, another catch and shoot. That one clanks off the front of the rim. Taylor. Taylor with the ball. Looking to start the offense. Hands it over to Carpenter. Over to Renento. Renento with a nice spin move. Can't find anything to happen. Great pass. A little bit too close to the ankles as Ajisamalou gets the loose ball. And he's going to take it all the way. A nice lay from there, but couldn't get it to fall. Now going all the way is Carpenter. Carpenter up with it. And that's an easy layup for Carpenter. Great hustle from both teams there.
1-point game.
Ajisamalou trying to slow things down now after the long play. Pivovic hands it over to Fuller. Fuller. Ajisamalou with the back lay, and it's good.
Ajisamalou with the layup.
Nice reverse lay from Ajisamalou there. Now it's Carpenter taking the ball up.
Ajisamalou's got 11.
Taylor looking for the paint, can't find it. Renento, Shager, back up to the Alexander. The Alexander hasn't been on the court for too long, but he's definitely been a pivotal role for them. As Taylor decides to take the long three, and he gets the foul drawn. He's going to have 3 free throws.
He's going to be shooting 3.
You don't see players very often get the three free throws from three-point land. First shot up for Taylor.
Taylor makes the first.
Taylor having a great game, some would say. That's his second basket, having 5, not just on the offensive side, but he's been a great role player on the defensive side as well.
There's a chance to tie it here with his free throw.
And they do end up tying it, bringing his total points to 6. Third highest on the team, following Shager with the highest with 10. Bringing up the court is Ajisamalou. Ajisamalou hands it off to Bibovic. Bibovic off to Fuller. Fuller looking for the open man, decides to give it to Corvaturus. Ajisamalou takes the long 3. No good from him. Corvaturus gets the ball somehow. Fuller over to Ajisamalou. Ajisamalou tries to take himself on 3 defenders, and he gets the foul drawn. 53 left on the clock. 33-33, third period.
Third quarter. Period is a word that you use in hockey.
First one is drained. Nothing but nylon there. Ajisamalou, leading scorer for both teams as of right now with 12. And he pushes it to 13 as their lead increases by 2. Taylor now taking the ball up the court. Taylor looking to make something happen. Dishes it off to Thatch. Thatch almost throws it away to Welch. The Alexander stuck on Rogers. Hands it over. He does a quick catch and release. Does not get that to go. Kind of gets pulled there.
Yeah, push, yeah.
Habibovic seemed kind of hooked onto his arm unintentionally, so they do not end up calling it. But Corvaturus is going to be inbounding it to Ajisamalou. Corvaturus into Ajisamalou now. 30 seconds left. Shot clock's not counting down. Just time. Looking to hold it for one last shot. Looking to find something. Ajisamalou just it back out to Rogers. Rogers trying to drive. Hands it back out. Ajisamalou. 10 seconds left. Does a nice spin move. Tries to do a fadeaway. Rogers decides to take the shot. And Rogers gets his first points of the game with that 3. And the half-court shot is no good from Taylor.
Hit the rim, though. Did hit the rim.
Now it's just a 5-point deficit for DGS. It was a close game, 38-33. We're going to be right back with a short break, but I want to thank some of our sponsors. Roberto's, State Farm, 3-level basketball training, and the York Athletic Boosters.
And Dansby Swanson.
We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Now as we come back from the timeout, 38-33 GBN. It's a close game. Now as Corvarteris inbounds to Gista Malou. Back to Fuller. Fuller trying to make something happen. He gets trapped in the corner, double team. Can't really do anything. And it gets stolen.
Tipped, and it is.
And he goes up with it. That's an easy layup from Shager there. And instantly they're going to be calling a timeout as the lead is cut to 3.
Not the best 15 seconds for Glenbrook North here.
Now it is 38-35.
Glenbrook South, my bad.
Both teams doing a great job on offensive and defensively. As we can see, Gista Malou is leading in points for both teams. He's been a big factor for the reason they're winning, not just offensively, but defensively. Been making some great steals, great plays, getting the boards. That's what you need players to do.
You can consider Gista Malou a bucket.
That'd be a great way to put it, Jason. A great way to put it. So now GBN takes the court. Just 7:44 left on the clock. 3-point game. Gista Malou taking the ball up the court. On him right away, though, is Thatch. Fuller now. Fuller can't dribble past his defender. Renento playing lockdown D. Habibovic has it off to Gista Malou. Fuller looking to pass in. Keeps getting trapped in the corner. Not a good idea. That's what happened on the turnover last time. Gista Malou going up for the lay. This is a back out to Rogers. Gista Malou ends up back with it at the top of the key. Nice crossover. Takes a long three. The three is in! Great shot from Gista Malou.
Gista Malou for 3. He has 16 now in this game.
It pushes the lead to 6 with just 7 minutes remaining. Thatch dishes it out. Thatch has the ball now. Dishes it over to Taylor. Taylor looking to take the shot. Instead, Shager is going to give it to Welch. Welch over to Taylor. Taylor looking to drive. Goes up with it. Off the back board. No good. Fuller dishes it up to Gista Malou. Back to Fuller. Fuller wants to take the shot. Decides not to. Habibovic sets the screen. Looks for this pick and roll. Instead, he takes it. Fuller with a tough take right there. 8-point deficit now. A lead grows more and more. As we can see, GBN is slowly losing their momentum they had going into this period. Now we have Thatch taking the long mid-ranger. No good, as almost as an air ball. And there's going to be a foul called on GBN. Titans looking to make something happen here.
Second foul of the game for Thatch. No, set.
GBS leading the game right now. They still need to push the more points on the offensive game if they want to end with a W. Long three there. That one clanks off the front of the rim.
Oh.
Wow, that's a tough play right there. That's just great defense. He picks him right back up, not intentional or anything. Great guy, Welch, picking him back up. It's going to be a jump ball. GBN trying to come back. Still 5 minutes left, plenty of time, only 8 points. 3-possession game. Ball is going to go in. Welch over to Carpenter. Carpenter looking for Thatch. Gives it to him. Thatch trying to get the offense moving. Shager back up to Thatch. Over to Rendendo. He shoots it. No good there.
That's too strong.
Fuller cannot get the rebound as well. Just comes down tough with it. Lots of back and forth in the paint. Lots of wide open guys. Rendento tries to shoot it, and he airballs it.
Oh, no.
Rendento airballs it in a crucial moment. You don't want to do that. Sometimes it just happens with 5:30 left in the game. Still an 8-point deficit. Gista Malou taking it up the court. Rendento close behind him. Fuller dishes it into the paint to Fuller. It gets deflected back into the hands of Nottage. Somehow comes up with it. It's Thiel, and Thiel puts it right back up.
Thiel with the tough offensive rebound and the bucket.
The game is going farther and farther away from GBN, out of reach. 10-point deficit now. As Thatch hands it over to Shager. Shager cross court to Rendento. Rendento looking to drive, tries to go up with it, and he's stuffed by Thiel, trying to save it.
Thiel
and
says
they're going to
no.
call it GBN's ball. Rendento got stuffed there, but still ended up in his favor. Passing it now, Shager. Shager throws it over the Welch. Welch to Carpenter. Carpenter trying to drive, do some nice fancy dribble moves, doesn't get it off. Rendento looking for the mid-ranger, can't get it off in time. Carpenter decides to take the three, and he drains it.
Carpenter.
7-point deficit now, 4:30 remaining.
Carpenter getting GBN back in this game.
Jason Malou and Fuller back and forth. Jason Malou getting double-teamed instantaneously. Hands it over to Fuller. Fuller now double-team. Lockdown defense. Thiel. Jason Malou decides to take the long three. No good. Thiel gets the board. He kind of tosses it up accidentally. And Jason Malou now. Jason Malou. Fuller. Fuller drains it. And it's back to 10. 4 minutes left. They know they got to go big or go home. They got to start draining more of their threes. They had one in the last possession. Hopefully they can do the same here. Carpenter looks to take another three. Carpenter gets fouled on it. Three is no good. No chance of the 4-point possession, but still can get three.
Now just third foul, and the second one from behind the arc.
First free throw is up, and it's good for Carpenter.
Buries the first.
9-point game. Not much time left. Still enough time to make a comeback, though. Carpenter taking his time. Second shot is up. And the second shot is good as well.
Makes a second.
Carpenter looking like Ryan Brownlee out there with the free throws. Cannot miss.
You got a Brownster to my left. Ryan Brownlee to my left.
Carpenter, third one, rims out.
Offensive
board. That's exactly what I see.
And that's exactly what you do not want to see.
And that's over and back. 8-point game. Looked like a little bright spot there for a second. Could have gotten another 3-point play. But that's just okay. Only down 8, 3:40 remaining. Inbounding now is Gurin. Gurin hands it over to Jason Malou. Jason Malou over to Fuller. Fuller been draining so many threes for them this game. 22 Fuller. 21 also doing well. Decides to give it to 22. Fuller.
22 Fuller.
Driving in. Rims out. Goes back up with it. And he gets fouled.
Fuller has 8 points this game. Going to the line, potentially 10.
Fourth period taking quite a long time now. Plenty of fouls to go around. The first one for Fuller is good. Back to a 9-point lead. This game is closer than most thought coming into it. It's a pretty even matchup, I would say.
Very even. Glenbrook South 8-4, and Glenbard North is 4-4. Played 4 last games though.
Bringing it up the course, Thatch. Thatch wants to take the shot.
Thatch.
Hands it over to Carpenter. Carpenter to Shager. Shager no good off the rim. Defensive board for Fuller. Fuller hands it over to Jason Malou. He's getting double teamed. He tries to take it over the court.
Ooh,
nice over the head
Jason
pass.
Malou.
Over back to Jason Malou, and it is stripped away.
And it's turned over.
And it's going to be on the floor. Thatch on the floor with Thiel. Jump ball. It's now going to be GBS's ball. Fuller in the back. Looking quite open to me. Looks like exactly what is going to happen. And they call the foul on the ground. Great play call there from the coach. Yeah, great play call there from the coach. I saw it right off the bat. It looked like he was going to try and get the ball to Fuller. Couldn't get it to him. Oh, they did get it to him, but they got, unfortunately, called the foul.
Yeah, you got
Ajisa Malou with corner 3 now.
Ajisa Malou misses.
Shager taking it up the court. Shager taking it all the way, and he lays it in. Calling a timeout now is GBN. Coach seems kind of confused on what they were doing on that play. Cuts the lead to 8, 50-42. With that, we're going to take a quick break. The Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. I want to thank some of our sponsors real quickly, such as Breakaway, Byland Bank, Cameo Dental, Chicago Supercoach. We'll be right back with York Sports Network.
And Midwest.
Welcome back to the 50th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. GBN Panthers versus GBS Titans. GBS taking in the ball, 8-point deficit. GBS leading. Ajisa Malou taking the ball up the court, followed closely by Thatch. Now getting double teamed, and that's going to be a foul.
A little tangle up.
Trying to say his hands are straight up. Clearly, they were not. Fuller inbounding now. Just going to try and give it to Ajisa Malou. Coming out of the game is Guerin. Coming in as Roger. Rogers. Ajisa Malou.
Just moved the
looking over. Deep pass to Fuller. Fuller, nobody on him. This is it back out to Rogers. Rogers hands it over to Ajisa Malou. Now he's got a man on him. Trying to dribble out of a two-person situation. He gets fouled on the ground. Not bonus quite yet.
That's probably what you were dealing with Ajisa Malou, who's been on fire this game.
Yeah, definitely leading the game with 16 points. Definitely a big factor of why they're winning. Ajisa Malou receives the ball. Followed closely by Thatch. Viel trying to dish out to Fuller. Fuller, wide open basket for Ajisa Malou, and he goes up with it, and he gets it to go.
Ajisa Malou with 18.
Ajisa Malou, 18 points now. 10-point deficit, 2 minutes. Comeback still possible. Don't know if it's going to happen.
And it is.
Oh, it's turned over.
Stolen.
Rogers with the ball now. Gives it over to Ajisa Malou. Nobody on him. Decides to dish it back to Fuller.
Ajisa Malou, the no pass intercepted.
Fuller throws it away. Renento goes up with it, and he gets fouled.
With the body. That's 2 free throws.
Renento, that was a nice take from him there. Going full force. Other coach team's pretty mad. Wants it to be called charge. Arguing with the ref now.
He is pretty mad.
Let's see if he gets teed up here.
It would be a little weak if they teed him up here. Looks like a friendly conversation.
Yeah, no yelling. As Rendento makes the first one, cut the lead back down to 9. Rendento, second shot is up, and it is good. Ajisa Malou taking it up the court with not much time remaining as he's getting triple teamed. Can't do much in this situation. Fuller gives it back up to the top of the key. Ajisa Malou. Ajisa Malou trying to drive. Dishes it back out to Fuller. Looks like they're trying to waste some of the time. Fuller dishes back in the Fuller. Over back out to Ajisa Malou. Corner Rogers. Rogers getting double teamed in the corner.
He's
wide open is Thiel. And Thiel gets the easy 2 points.
11-point game.
Taylor gets the ball stripped from him. It's bouncing around, gives it back out. Taylor gets the ball back. Rendento decides to shoot the corner three, and he drains it. Timeout called by GBS.
8-point game with a minute left.
Yeah, 8-point game, 59.5 left on the clock. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna thank some of our sponsors, State Farm, Mama Maria's Pizza, and Lockdown Basketball. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Welcome back to the York, our Jack Tosh Holiday Classic 50th anniversary. GBS versus GBN. GBS taking in the ball. Rogers dishes up to Fuller. Fuller back to Rogers. Looks like they're going to try and foul. Hands it over to Jason Malou. They're making their way up the court. Over to Thiel. Thiel gets the ball, and that's an and one for Thiel. 50 seconds left on the clock. That's a 10-point deficit now.
Looks like Glenbrook South is going to run away with this one here.
Looks like there's no availability for them to come back here. They're going to need a miracle for that to happen. Thiel takes his shot, and now it's 11 points, 50 seconds. They got to go quick if they want to come back from this one. Carpenter taking it up over to Thatch. Thatch does not get anything to happen. Kicks off somebody's shoe.
I want to shout out the founder of York Sports Network, Jack Borchers. But without him, this would not be possible with the streams.
Rogers inbounding, looking for somebody. He gives it to Jason Malou. Jason Malou. They're not going to try and foul.
A bit.
Jason Malou hits it over to Rogers. Rogers back there. Jason Malou.
Tipped and caught by the coach. What a grab by the coach.
It's going to be DGS's ball. It appears that way. Rogers hands over to Jason Malou. Jason Malou. He's going to get fouled. Don't know if fouling is the right option here. You're down 11. I don't think it's going to happen.
It would be a miracle if it happened.
It is bonus now. He gets 2. Jason Malou has been automatic. Has a chance to go for 20 tonight. First shot up, and then he drains
19. It all comes down to this free throw for 20 points.
Shot is up, and it's no good. He doesn't get that one to go, but that's okay. Over the corner, Taylor, corner 3. Taylor airballs it. Fuller gets it. They're going to try and foul again. Jason Malou has the ball, and they foul him.
Jason Malou has another shot for 20. Got to make one. Hey, there's 20. Jason Malou has 20 points in this game.
Jason Malou puts up the shot.
21.
And he has 21 on the day. Leading scorer. Greatest factor for them winning. The game is over here. He gets blocked. Ooh. Rogers back on the Taylor. Taylor goes up with it. Does not. Fakes him out. Hands it over to Shager. Shager no good. 34. Jason Malou.
Jason Malou with the rebound.
Player of the game, Jason Malou, as Glenbrook South Titans defeat the Glenbard North Panthers in a game that was pretty much close until the 4th period. Kudos to Jason Malou with 21 points. And on the other side of the team, you had Shager with 14, as well as Carpenter with 13. Great job from both teams, but in the end, Glenbrook South just came out on top. They just had the better day.
Yeah.
And we want to thank couple more of our sponsors real quickly. In Knights Basketball, ICI Builds, and Howard Customs.
And DJ Daniel.
And this is the 50th annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. I've been Zach Silkaitis. Alongside me, Jason Colino. And you've been watching York Sports Network. And we're going to be doing a post-game interview with Ryan Bird right now.
I'm here with Announcers-TBD Malou. Announcers, you had 21 points here in this game. You were in a tight battle throughout most of it, but then started to pull away at the end there when you kind of caught fire there towards the end. What during the game did you see that led you to be able to pull away when your team needed it the most?
Well, the defense, they definitely ramped it up in the second half, and I was able to get by guys and find my guys, for their open shots, and they knocked it out and they converted. So it's a big part. Like when your teammates can make shots and convert, it opens everything up for you as well.
And obviously you've been in this tournament multiple times, and your teams went pretty far in most of them. So losing a couple of those key players from last year, what are you guys looking forward to change in your scheme for the rest of the tournament moving forward?
Well, we just gotta keep going because we're a young team. We got 13 new guys on the team, so it's a lot of growth, a lot of growing pains. But we're coming together slowly. Sometimes we have bad quarters, bad halves, whatever. But overall, I think we're getting better as the season goes.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations on the winning, and good luck in the rest of the tournament. That was Announcers-TBD Malou. Glenbrook South beats Glenbard North in the first round of the Jack Tosh Holiday Classic.